Hey guys, it's me again, and I want to do a movie review for Kickboxer Vengeance. Came out about 2 years ago. It's sort of a remake or a reboot of the old classic Van Damme movie, but this one stars a bunch of UFC guys, which I don't watch UFC, so I don't know who they are. But overall, I like the movie. The fight scenes were pretty good. Uh, Van Damme still had some really good moves for his age. I'm not the world's biggest Van Damme fan, but I grew up watching his movies, him and Stallone and Arnold and Dolph Lundgren. So, you know. Uh, but this one stars. And before I say this, I don't remember a lot of the first Kickboxer. I've seen all of them, all the classic ones anyway. Uh, with Van Damme, and then of course Kickboxer 2, The Road Back, Kickboxer 3, forgot what that was called. I think number 4 was, forgot that subtitle for that one too. But anyway, uh, after number 1, they got the guy from the old TV show, uh, Step by Step. I forget his name, but the guy that played Cody in Step by Step, uh, Sasha Mitchell. But anyway, so I don't remember too much about the original Kickboxer, although I know I've seen it. I don't know, maybe 10 or so times. But anyway, this one starts off where this guy comes in. He walks into Tong Po's camp. He says he wants to train with Master Po. So he goes into the camp, fights a couple of guys, and he's accepted. And at night, Tong Po comes out and he's kicking some little statue or altar or whatever it is, some stone thing, and it breaks. And they're all standing there, amazed. Then he walks off. Later on, when everybody's in bed, the guy gets up with a gun, walks into Tong Po's room, tries to shoot him. Uh, but he can't pull the trigger. Tong Po knocks him down. And there's a flashback to 3 months prior, where the two brothers they open up a gym. There's this female fight promoter walks in, gives one of the brothers a fight deal. He has to go to Thailand and fight Tong Po. One brother decides to stay, while the other brother goes to Thailand and trains. So I'm assuming some time passes. So the brother that stayed behind, he gets a letter from his brother in Thailand, says that he's got a fight coming up, and he sends him a flight ticket to Thailand. Which incidentally, I was in Thailand last year. But anyway, so the brother flies to Thailand just in time to see his brother get beat by Tong Po. And I remember in the original Kickboxer, the brother was paralyzed, but in this one, Tong Po kills him. And I have to say, the guy that plays Tong Po, he's not menacing at all. I remember watching the first one when I was a kid, and that Tong Po actually scared me. He had a presence to him. This guy, he doesn't. He's just some big guy, which, it's like, oh, okay. So you're big, you're muscular, doesn't mean you're menacing. Uh, so the guy wants revenge. So it flashes back to 3 months later when he has a gun on Tong Po. Tong Po knocks him down. I think that's when the cops come in to save him. Uh, they, I forgot what happens, but they take him back to see Van Damme's character, and they have to let him stay there for the night until they can get a plane ticket back to the States. So the guy convinces Van Damme to train him. I skipped some bits in between. I forget what happened. But anyway, the brother convinces Van Damme to train him. Van Damme, he does have some good moves. And he's probably pushing 60 now. But anyway, he trains him. There's some pretty good fight, some training montages. There's a real lame romance thrown in between the lead guy and the female cop. She's really pretty, but there's no chemistry between them or anything. And whoever directed the movie, I think a guy, John Stockwell, directed it. The editing could have been a bit better because there's training montages, then they throw in some stupid sex scene, training montages, then sex scene, and it doesn't mesh well. Doesn't hurt, and it doesn't help that there's no chemistry between the lead guy and the female cop. But anyway, Van Damme trains him. Then the guy says, "You know, Van Damme, or Master Durant, which is his name, I'm ready to fight Tong Po." So Van Damme takes him to a club to fight some little minor fight. The guy gets his butt kicked, So there's more training, and after the training, the second training montage, the guy goes. One of Tong Po's guys comes to Van Damme's camp, and he says he got kicked out of Tong Po's camp. So after a fight with Van Damme, the guy from Tong Po's camp gets his butt kicked, and Van Damme says, "Okay, well, you train with us now. You quit drinking, you sober up, you train with us." So the other brother, this is the part I don't get right here. He goes to Tong Po's camp and challenges Tong Po to a fight. Why risk getting hurt by going to Van Damme's camp when you could have just sent Tong Po's guy that claimed he got kicked out back to Tong Po's camp and said, "Hey, this guy at Durant's camp, he challenged you to a fight." Why would the brother risk getting hurt? Because he does fight like 2 or 3 guys while Tong Po watches. It doesn't make any sense. Why risk getting hurt knowing if Tong Po accepts your challenge, you gotta heal up, then fight Tong Po? Doesn't make any sense. If he were giving you time to heal up to begin with. But anyway, that part didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so Tong Po accepts the challenge. Then they have a big fight. There's some more nonsense with the female cop and the fight promoter, which I really didn't care about. And they had their fight scene, Tong Po and the brother. It was decent fight scenes. I gotta give it to those guys. They can move really good. I'm not a big fan of UFC, MMA, all that kind of stuff, so I don't know who those guys were. But the fight scenes were pretty good. They do the whole fist with glue and glass thing like the original Kickboxer did. They do the whole White Warrior thing that the original Kickboxer did. But in this one, the brother kills Tong Po, unlike the original, where he lets him live. All in all, it's not a bad movie. The directing could have been a bit better. The acting was, it's passable. To be honest, Van Damme was the best part in the movie. He still looks good for his age. He moves really good for his age. Uh, the lead guy, not bad. Could have been better. I think a better director could have pushed him more in his acting. The editing was a bit off, but I don't know if that I don't know who directed. I mean, who edited the movie. But all in all, it was a passable movie. I know part two is out. Kickboxer. I forgot what subtitle it has, and they're filming a third one right now. I don't know if Van Damme is in it or not, but I don't know. Not a bad movie if you're into the martial arts stuff. Give it a try. Maybe rent it from Redbox or Netflix it, or do like I did and watch it on YouTube for free. So all in all, not a bad movie, guys. Just a quick review for 2016's Kickboxer Vengeance. All right, guys.